Oh, managers. It's a tough gig being a manager in an agile environment, especially when so little advice and support is given to you about what you should really be doing. So in this video, I want to go over, for me, what the first things that come into my mind when I think of a manager in a less or less huge environment. So first of all, managers in a less or less huge environment are very similar to what you'd find in a lean environment. We want people who teams, individuals can look at and say, well, you can do my job better than me. We want managers to really focus on reducing the amount of proxies of the truth, filters, emails, reports, meetings. And we want managers to employ Go-See. We want them to go to the place of value creation and help support the teams in getting better in what they're doing, help them make better decisions, help them work through conversations, help them see things that they couldn't see before. Because as a manager, you've probably got a whole heap of fantastic experience. So Go-See, although it's easy to say, it's difficult to achieve because we like to hang out with people that are similar to ourselves. And in an organisation, I think being a manager moves you away from a team. So there is a relationship, there is time, there is trust and psychological safety to be built up before Go-See hits the ground and you really get moving on it. But that's one of the main LeSS practices. Now, that being said, if we look at the LeSS manager role more broadly, then what have we got? Well, the manager is responsible for the system. As a manager in a LeSS environment, this isn't about the people behaving in certain ways and looking at the people and saying, well, how do I fix them? How do I change that? It's about stepping back and looking at the system. You are responsible for the system. That means the policies, the process, the structure, how the team, the organisational context that the teams are in. You are effectively laying constraints for them. Those constraints should be enabling constraints. They should cut down the things which you do not want them to be doing, given the strategic direction that you've chosen, but should leave freedom for them to really take on the autonomy and the wonderful thing that is true self-management. The owning and monitoring and measuring and the improvement of the product creation process, and also not only the product creation process, but their progress towards achieving certain goals. As a manager, you're responsible for the value delivery capability and how you go about improving that through changing of policies and process, stripping away unnecessary things, being close to the teams, understanding really what's going on for them is hugely important in a large-scale Scrum environment. Now, everyone loves a measurement, and I would say that as a manager, one of the things that I would find most interesting to measure is the average time it takes to resolve an impediment. Measure yourself and your productivity on how quickly are teams and yourself working through the impediments that are being raised. What's the average cycle time? And also keep an eye out for something which me and my friend John Coleman speak about at times, boomerang impediments. The impediments that you think you've resolved, but you've only dealt with the effect because systemically the system's still enabling the same behaviours, making those same impediments come back up. So the boomerang impediments from a managerial perspective are super important because these are the ones that are saying that your system needs to change. I hope that's been of some help to you. As I said, these were the first things that popped into my head. If you've got any more ideas or any things you would prefer me to focus on, then please let me know in the comment, send me an email, get me on LinkedIn, however you like. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for listening.